Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Bad and 5. Before I upload, well, I don't know what order I'm going to upload this shit in, but I don't know. During some kind of lull, I didn't do any. I had planned to do a video about Christmas, but yeah, just fuck it. It's not really working out. You know, I was trying to script some stuff, and it didn't really work out the way I wanted. So anyway, I just figured I'd do this video because I have a couple like heavier subject videos that I'm doing. But I figured I would do a video about this as more or less of a follow-up to kind of a series, I guess you can call it. It was more of a back and forth, and I'll explain that in the video, that I did probably a couple years ago. I think it actually was about 2 years ago. And I'll kind of give some background, because I know there are a lot of newer people here on YouTube, and there's a lot of shit to follow. I'm going to kind of give a little bit of a background. And obviously from the title, this is going to be about The Amazing Atheist. Now, The Amazing Atheist, he even admitted that since about 2006, YouTube has been his primary means of income. So this is his job, which I mean is cool, but I think for his quality of videos, and honestly, because I don't think it's really there, you know, fuck it, I'll talk about that later. This video is probably going to turn longer than I wanted it to, but anyway, so he actually did some videos, like, cause he's an e-beggar. He's an infamous fucking e-beggar. First, he was going to raise, well, actually, before he was going to raise money, he needed money because a girl was coming over. So he said, you know, and James Pope, a friend of mine, said, you know, he thought this was a joke. He said, The Amazing Atheist said, you motherfuckers owe me, come on. To me, I don't fucking take too kindly to that kind of shit. I've had friends say that kind of shit to me, and I know The Amazing Atheist and James Pope are friends, nonetheless. So he also said he's also planning on doing an Amazing Atheist road trip. Never fucking happened. So a little bit after that, he wanted to create a site called Free Speech Vids, and he did a blog TV with Halcyon and Fake Sagan and their main squeezes at the time. Actually, I think they're still with those girls, but anyway, they were going to make a YouTube free of censorship, because at the time DMCA's were pretty rampant. A lot of DMCA's were happening. People were getting false flagged. People were getting their channels taken down. Quite a few people this happened to. Even The Amazing Atheist, during the whole Coughlin versus Amazing Atheist Civil War thing, Coughlin had one of his channels terminated, and The Amazing Atheist actually got suspended for a while. So, Free Speech Vids, even though like they said it's going to be free of censorship, by law, they had to honor the DMCA like every other fucking site. But, you know, this didn't fucking deter him. He was going to do it anyway. So they raised thousands of fucking dollars to do this site. According to Fake Sagan, who's no longer friends with The Amazing Atheist, Fake Sagan said that he spent it on himself. Now, James Pope actually did bring up a good point about this. He said, well, why is it that no one believes Fake Sagan, but they believe him on that? Good point, but the thing is, where did that fucking money go? Where did it fucking go? The site was registered, I think, for like a year, and the site just never fucking took off. Who'd he blame? Who the fuck did this motherfucker blame? He blamed you guys. You guys. Because, of course, you know, people like Halcyon, The Amazing Atheist, and Fake Sagan, they all make great fucking videos, right? So, of course, they're going to be uploading videos. But he said the videos sucked. Who is going to be primarily uploading videos to a site like that? Amazing Atheist fans, people who are looking to get their name out there. Maybe, you know, they go on multiple sites like Blip TV, whatever other fucking sites there are. I just pretty much go on YouTube. And he said the videos sucked. Now, here's the thing. With a site like that, it seems like TJ was not exercising any kind of patience. Or any kind... he really doesn't do any kind of exercise at all, obviously. But, you know, the thing is, YouTube did not start out like it is now. YouTube is very small. You know, very few people uploaded videos. It took off later. You have to wait that kind of shit out. You have to build something. YouTube was something, and apparently when it first got started, people just uploaded, like, you know, fucked up pornography and shit like this. So, you know, it was like, okay, you kind of have to wait. Anyway, that fucking site just collapsed. You know, it was nothing. You know, TJ's a fucking idiot. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing with money, or he just didn't care. He was going to put in the least amount of work he possibly could to make it look like he did something, and then keep the rest of the fucking money. Fast forward a little bit. TJ decided that he was going to make a site called Not Productive. Now, this site, he needed $20,000 for it, and he was pimping the fuck out of this. It was an Indiegogo fundraiser, and he was just saying, like, oh yeah, donate to this. And why? Well, because the smaller users aren't being promoted. You know, they're not the Ray William Johnson and all these other fucking people, Smosh and all this, or whatever. These big fucking names. I really don't pay attention to any of them. You know, it's always funny when it's like, oh, the best of YouTube of this year. I have never heard of, like, any of these fucking people, nor do I watch them. So, anyway, he said that they're not getting promoted because YouTube's not promoting them. And the reason why Free Speech Vids failed is because there was no editorial process to it. Which means, you know, like, people just uploaded videos that he didn't fucking like. So he, you know, the Amazing Atheist, even though his fucking job is to do YouTube videos, and the more he does, the more views he gets, the more money he gets, but he's going to take the time out of his busy fucking day, along with a couple other people like Halcyon. They're going to find people that you're not watching, people that you don't know about, you know, because you should be watching these fucking people. And this is how he pimped it out. It was going to be a fucking really strict editorial process and find good people that you should be watching. Even though Straight Dope actually did a few videos about this, like, why don't you just recommend their fucking channel? Now, I myself, I'm not a big fucking user. I have like a little over 2,500 subscribers, more towards like 2,600, but I put my friends' channels on my recommended channels, even if they have a shitload of subscribers. I mean, Coughlin, he's a friend of mine. Skeptical Heretic has a lot more subscribers than me. Greg, also known as One God, One Jesus, Mr. Stripey Head, etc. I put their channels on there. I mean, his channel's on there. A few other people, because I consider them friends. And I recommend their channels, because I think they're good fucking channels. But, so he was doing this for a while. So the James Pope actually did a site called Donate to Not Productive. And he basically made the argument that he thinks the site is going to be great. And I had to completely fucking disagree with that. In fact, we did a couple of videos back and forth, and I said, I think you're fucking wrong. This motherfucker has not delivered on anything. And James, you know, said, like, well, he did deliver. Just, it didn't work out. Which is fine, but it's like, okay, realize that he fucked up. It wasn't everyone else, it was him. And it's like, and I said, you know, basically, if the site does turn out to be great, okay, I'll eat my fucking words. And I expected James to do the same, but I'm not going to really hold him to that because it is kind of fucking embarrassing. That, you know, a guy that, you know, you were trying to prop up, you know, automatically fucks up. You know, it's kind of like the people who love George Bush, and after, like, the first or the second election, you're like, this guy fucking sucks. And you kind of don't want to talk about it. By the way, quick little tidbit about that. He and we actually talked about it later on Skype, and he was like, yeah, I know we got into it. And I said, we didn't get into it. We're still friends. I mean, we had a disagreement. We had a little bit of an argument. I don't dislike you for that. I don't dislike you for defending him. I don't dislike you for being friends with him. You don't need my fucking permission to be friends with anyone. So yeah, we're cool. So anyway, so yeah, he put up the site, and it was fucking horrible. First off, it took for fucking ever for this motherfucking site to even see the light of day. It's always, oh, it's coming, oh yeah, not this week, next week, it's coming. No matter what, it's gonna be launched on this day. It's coming, I promise. And then when they got it into beta, it looked like shit. A fucking ugly-ass mauve background. Basically just movie reviews. Gaming reviews. As if these are so fucking hard to find. And beyond that, I really don't get the whole appeal. Like, you know what? I want to sit here and watch someone's review of this movie. You know, now sometimes, yeah, there are some movies where I want to hear a fucking review. Or I want to hear their thoughts about it. But and honestly, these videos do get views, so I can't really say anything. I'm just saying I don't understand it. I just really don't get it. But to pimp that out, it's like, why? Who fucking cares? It's like, why aren't you doing something more than that? And, you know, the site just looked fucking horrible, and people were like, well, it's still in beta. It's still... I thought he was hiring some fucking world-renowned website developer. A designer. You know, some guy who, this is his fucking job. But, you know, the site just looked like shit. So, we find out, what is TJ doing? Instead of doing all of this shit, instead of doing it, like, instead of just following through with it, even though he got, like, over $17,000 to do this, even though it's kind of funny because he got married soon after that fucking fundraiser ended, what did he do? He turned in a fucking YouTube channel. A fucking YouTube channel. Really? Oh yeah, because it costs so much fucking money. I mean, I can't even... I'm embarrassed to say how much I pay for my fucking YouTube channel. But, you know, that's what he did. That's what... So, the reason I'm talking about this, and it's probably because I'm just all full of piss and vinegar today, so, you know, just fucking, I feel like complaining, just ranting and getting pissed off about something. I went to that channel, and it's probably my, I guess you can call, overly curious nature just to see the kind of editorial process that they went through to get these fucking videos and channels. Now, the not producers, and there's only like 7 or 8 that I can see, like that. There's like some little scroll bar thing, which, you know, whatever. And first off, you know, the Amazing Atheists on there, it's like, yeah, I guess self-promotion at its fucking finest. But who else is on there? Jacqueline Glenn, who's already fucking well known. This is not someone that it's like, oh, you need to be watching this person because you don't know who she is. We know who she is. Am I subscribed to her? No, I just really haven't checked her out. But it's like, plenty of people are fucking subscribed to her. I've seen plenty of channels that have her as a recommended channel. And who else? Cult of Dusty. There might be a few other people, like maybe Mr. Repzion. Maybe I'm wrong in that. I don't know. But it's like Cult of Dusty has over 40,000 subscribers. Jacqueline Glenn has over 100,000. The Amazing Atheist has well over 100,000. I forget what fucking what number of subscribers he has. But it's like, this is the fucking process. These are the people. These are not like small fucking channels. These are not, you know, channels where it's like very few people know about them. They make really good fucking videos. And yeah, you should check them out. And that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like, okay, if you're going to recommend a channel, recommend them. You know, just do it. You know, it's not like Happy Cabby, where Happy Cabby, and I'm not making this shit up either. Happy Cabby actually had his recommended channels. Because I think this is back when you had a limited number of recommended channels. Now you can just, you know, put every fucking channel on YouTube. But he actually put them on eBay. So, but he did say, I guess in his defense, go to the one with the lowest bid, and you'll get it. So in other words, you're not picking these people because you like them. And in fact, when I hear that, what I'm gonna think is, this motherfucker is just so desperate to get his fucking name out there without actually doing any kind of fucking work that he's just willing to do that. It's the same people that, you know, put on super popular videos, video responses, which that is one good thing. I guess like one silver lining with them removing video responses, things like the reply girls, where it's just like, look, you know, there's an arrow pointing to their tits, and it's just like, okay, like, this video's about this, and this guy's saying this, and, yeah, like, it was a really good video, and because guys are so fucking stupid, they click on it, and these fucking cunts are getting a bunch of money. Not for doing good videos, but for replying. And because guys want to see tits, even though you're on the internet, there's free pornography out the fucking ass. The majority of the internet is fucking pornography. Go to fucking freeones.com or XOGoGo or fucking Pornhub. Any of these fucking sites, and you can see bare tits. You can see women getting fucked or masturbating, whatever. But no, you're gonna click on some video because some chick with a fucking ugly face and big tits, or most likely just propping them up. But anyway. So, you know, this is the kind of shit that TJ does. And in fact, it's funny because fairly recently, he did a video where he was basically talking about how he needs money. And he wants you motherfuckers to pay for it. It's kind of like how Thunderfoot's doing now, because Thunderfoot realizes that he uses way too much fucking copyrighted material in his videos to actually get paid, even though he could be making thousands upon thousands a fucking year just from YouTube. And so he can't do it, so he wants you fuckers to pay for it. The Amazing Atheist is basically the same way, even though he gets paid quite a bit of money. If this is his primary income, obviously he's making enough to fucking support himself and his fucking wife if she's not working. Which I don't know, so I'm not going to speculate on that. But what did he do? And this is the shit that pisses me off about him, because he does this shit and it's subtle. But I notice it, and maybe other people did too. I just don't know. I don't know if people really commented on it. And I actually did a video before, but I was way too fucking drunk. So anyway, he basically said like, oh, well, when he got his laptop, it was fucking great, but now it's being bogged down and shit. It's like, okay, well then clear out some shit. Do your fucking, or here's the thing, you get paid by fucking YouTube. You know, you don't expect your fucking employer to buy you a new car. No, you get money so you can buy the shit you fucking need. In fact, when I work construction, the employer didn't provide all these fucking tools to me. Yeah, they provided a couple things, a hard hat, a drill. The drill belonged to them, so I was supposed to give it back, even though they just threw them away, so I never did. But, and a couple of little things, hotter knots, whatever. But, yeah, you are expected to buy the shit you fucking need, because you are getting paid. That's part of the fucking cost. They are paying you for things like gas. So, yeah, he's basically saying, oh, well, I need a new camera in HD. Why do you fucking need HD? Why? I've been using literally the same fucking camera on every single video I have ever fucking done on YouTube, with the exception of one. One exception, and that is my Broke Hannibal Crossing video. I did that with my laptop. And that was the one fucking deviation I had from this fucking flip cam. And you know what? Who cares? Listen to the fucking message. But no, he needs an HD camera. But here's the thing that pisses me off the most out of all the shit he fucking said in this video. Because, well, number one, he's filming in his fucking garage. Even though normally he has, like, the shit, like, with the background, TAA and all that, and, you know, spray painted in multi-fucking levels and shit. So, obviously, you could take some time to do all that shit. Because he doesn't fucking work. But it was very, 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 very fucking subtle. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe I think I'm too fucking smart. But what did he do in that video where he's saying he needs money? He lowered the fucking quality level. Now, some people might try to argue that maybe it's just because his camera is turning that fucking shitty. Maybe it's degrading that much. Well, a flip camera is pretty fucking cheap. And hasn't degraded that fucking much. And I've uploaded plenty of fucking videos. So what the fuck is his excuse? What, he just bought one that, it was super expensive and it was great, but then, it kind of shot out in no fucking time. And from his last video to this video, oh, you know, see, look at this. My next fucking video and it's already shitty. No, that shit was fucking intentional. Now, one time in Skype, I was talking with Coughlin. We were talking about people like Call of Dusty, who Call of Dusty said that if he doesn't get paid for, because he got his ad revenue taken away for a while. I forget the details on that because I really don't give a fuck about him. He said if he can't get paid for it, then he's not going to make videos. If he cannot get paid to do this shit, he can't do it. If he has to work, oh fuck, he can't do videos anymore. It's like, you pathetic motherfucker. And I brought up to Coughlin, and I think he kind of misinterpreted what I had to say, but I brought up the Angry Video Game Nerd. Now, the Angry Video Game Nerd, not only does he do his videos, he also did an Indiegogo fundraiser to do a movie, and he got a lot more than The Amazing Atheist. He's a lot more popular. But he did the fucking movie, and he, you know, also sent out, you know, autographed pictures to people, and he was like, thank you so much. I was not even fucking expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. You guys are making my dream come true. I always wanted to do a feature-length movie. This has been my dream since I was a kid. Also, he does appearances at, you know, certain conventions and shows and shit, and, you know, he's very cool with the fans. He's willing to take pictures, answer questions, shit like that. Amazing Atheist really doesn't do that. Oh, well, you might get a Skype call from him. Ooh, aren't you lucky? But also, the Angry Video Game Nerd, AVGN, he did a video showing the process he goes through. And he said just the editing. Just the fucking editing. Because, you know, besides the editing, you know, they have to play the game and write down things like, okay, at this time we did this, and, you know, this is a funny part. You know, we saw this and this and this. He has to write a fucking script out. He has to do this. But he said the editing. He, like, had to listen to, well, not had to, but he did listen to the entire fucking Iron Maiden catalog, as well as a few fucking best ofs, just for the fucking editing. And I guarantee it, and I think this is where Coughlin missed my point. It's like, that takes more fucking work than what Call of Dusty does. And he can't fucking work. He writes a fucking script, and you motherfuckers do all this and shit. You know, they fucking do this. Religious people do this. Logic. And, you know, that's the fucking video. No fucking editing. Who fucking... what the fuck? But the Amazing Atheist is promoting this motherfucker, and he does the same shit. Oh, wait, no, he does it like this. You know, people fucking do this, and I don't know why they fucking do it. But, you know, they also do this and this and... But, you know, and I just do not fucking understand why they do that. I know, that's what I fucking said. Why do they do that? So you see what I'm saying here? Do you see what I'm saying here? That's how, jump cuts? That makes all that shit fucking worthwhile. You know, but whatever. And, you know, this is the kind of shit that makes me question why people watch this son of a bitch and why they continue to support him. The more you watch him, the more money he gets. You know, don't fucking do it. This son of a bitch wants... In fact, I think, from what I've heard, he just wants to get rid of the whole fucking Amazing Atheist moniker because, well, having a name like that isn't really the best kind of publicity. Yeah, maybe during, like, the atheist days on YouTube, where it was kind of cool to be a partner and get some money. Now, it's not really, like, kind of a mainstream name, shall we say. But anyway, I think I'm done. You know, I wanted to rant for a while. Like I said, I'm all full of piss and vinegar and shit, and I just wanted to metaphorically punch someone in the fucking face. But anyway, this is Batten 5, and like I said, I have a couple, like, heavier subject videos. Yo, this is when shit gets fucking real. So yeah, I'll be doing those hopefully soon. One, I just need to edit and upload, and I have another one I think I'm about to record in probably about 20 minutes here. So anyway, Batten 5, and I'll see you guys next video.